How's it going, Apex fam? Welcome into this week's team trials. It is the Proptown draft from last year's, the draft track, which we don't always see. It crops up every sort of now and then, but it's a fantastic track. Honestly, so enjoyable. I loved this track when it was in the draft last year. So many kind of technical elements, and when you hook it up, it feels so good. So yeah, great to see this this track back in the rotation. And of course, another FOXEER sponsored event. This week is the last week actually of winter trials, so you know, get grinding so that you can get those prizes. I think it's I think it is top 3 on PC, top 1 teams on console. So could be in with a shot. Oh, check that outlet. 1, 2, 3 alphas all in the mix. Shred's beating me again every time. Okay, so first things first on this track, as you come off the gates here, you want to keep low, but you also want to avoid hitting this thing, because it's too easy to kind of, as you're coming off the blocks, to get really excited and just kind of ping that and bounce off that and bounce around. Just keep it straight, and it's actually quite a good track for drilling in your starts as well, because you've got to be super duper accurate. With that start through there, because it's low, so you're in kind of the smallest part of this little monument, waterfall, fountain, that's the word. Got there eventually. But as you're coming through there, you want to be pre-turning immediately up to the right. The left. Get a grip, so that you can hit this spiral section around this monument. There's a lot of spirals around this monument, so this is a great place to really drill yourself in, cutting it really tight, not like me, as you come through here, and then pre-turning your way around there. Now, one thing I find is that as I'm coming round here, it's easy to keep it relatively tight to these, but this section I always hit that globe in the middle, always, and I know a lot of you guys do as well. There's not a lot you can do to help that other than to just really drill that section. Sit on the track like I'm doing now. You know, you've got no time limit. Just take your time. Really kind of get used to flying around here nice and tight. You know, half stick at first, pre-turn your way around there, and close as well, especially on this section. You can get really close to that before you come over here to flip over there. So first drill for this track is definitely this section here. You know, keep yourself flat, lots of yaw where you need it, and if you crash, it's all learning. You know, don't get frustrated. I know I do an awful lot, but you'll hook it up eventually, and it'll feel super good. So there you go, like that. Coming over the top of this section, I like to roll myself over to the left as we go, because I find it lines you up really nicely. You're at such an angle that really, as you're the tree, what are we doing? Yeah, you're at such an angle as you come through here that if you're pushing it, you can see. So we come out here. There's like a little gap between the right of the monument on the right hand side and the cone is on the left. Shoot for that gap, flip over, and you'll immediately be in the right position to hit this. You know, yaw yourself out just to. Ooh, where are we going? Yaw yourself out just to get straightened up. Oh wow, this is a mess. Where even are we? Okay, over here. Yeah, so as you come through, you can kind of juke it. What? Juke it back to kind of level yourself out, but make sure you are flat as you come through. The last thing you want to be doing is flying through there, all cattywampus and all over the place. You know, left and right and up and down. You want to be nice, straight, and smooth through there, and it's another good place just to kind of practice your entries, or really come through full stick and pre-turn your way out as well, because that is a really great spot for saving yourself a couple of tenths as you come through. You're pre-turning. Oh, man, really not in the flow state right now, but we're all human. So yeah, pre-turn yourself out there, and you can line up this next section really nicely. I've seen people attack this bit very, very differently. So What I like to do is come up over here and then dive myself down, and I call it the console spiral or the console twist, because I learned this track on console for drafts, and that is how a lot of people were doing it on console, and it's certainly the way that I learned to do this track. So what the benefit that gives you is that really, as you're coming over the top, you can't overshoot because you're on the throttle facing backwards, and it'll stop you quite nicely in the air. So you're coming over, it'll stop you. I know it's very difficult to see. Let's try and do it. Let's try and do it with a bit of speed, so you can kind of see. So this would be without the console twist or whatever you want to call it. So you come over and then you kind of got to drop down, and yeah, I that to me I can't do. I've seen some people do it, and it's exceptionally fast, but it's not the only way to attack that obstacle. So I would come through, pull myself out of here, and then console flip my way around. Console flip, lining up that next section. Whoa, okay, that's no through road. Ah! Yeah, lining up this next section. So as you're coming out of here, you're going to notice that you're already, if you've console flipped, as I do, kind of coming over to the as we come over to the left. It's a big left spiral down. Oh man, I do apologize for just making this way more difficult than it needs to be this week. So come in, spiral our way down, and then you immediately want to be on the stick to the right, and you'll get it as you kind of learn the way that maneuver kind of sets you up. You'll learn instinctively when you want to be on the stick and how much to just fire your way through there. It's a difficult section, and I think it's to be expected from a track that's designed for drafts, because you want to be pushing people's limits, and this is certainly a place to do that, because it's a tough spot. You know, you can come through there and sort of I can't even. Not even going to try. You can watch plenty of replays, and I'm sure some guys will do that. I'm just getting way too caught up in here. So let's just carry on with the lap before I make an absolute idiot out of myself, more so than normal. Pre-turns again. You're coming through here. It's nice and wide and open. You want to pre-turn that. This is a drag, really. Typical sort of, what do we call it? Slalom section, I guess. As you come over the top, so you're gonna float around this way. Really, it's just a case of flattening yourself out. Try and hit the top part of that gate, the top part of that gap as you're coming through, top left, because that'll line you up nicely for this bit. And the key to this section really is drilling in the speed for this bit. That's where you're gonna find that you probably have to come off the throttle, or certainly I did, was coming through this gate here and hitting the right. This particular FOXEER gate, because it's black, is quite difficult to spot. So as usual, trust the racing line. I mean, it's a tough one, but you've just got to have faith and just kind of build your speed up as you go through. You can see here, like, I haven't flown in a day, and I'm already I've lost it. It takes a good few attempts before you can really hook this up. But once you do, this is a really it's a section that kind of just, it feels good, man, you know. Once you really hook this up, out of here you want to be on the roll coming out. So I mean, you can practice that by just ignoring the slalom. Really, I'd suggest coming through the whole slalom. You're already lined up as you come out of that gate to flip your way over there. It's not too much of a rainbow flip asylum, but it is a little. Certainly when you get to the end, you want to drop down in front of that next gate as close as you possibly can, because that's where you're going to save a lot of time. If you're oh man, all the way back over here. If you're coming through here and then you're over the top, don't be going too far and lining yourself up. Just practice coming over it really, really tight, and you will crash. Of course you will. Like, there's, you know, you're gonna come through and be too far to the side. You'll be going the wrong way. All kinds of stuff. But this is such a good section for saving you time, mainly because it's one of those bits where a lot of people won't think to drop down. A lot of people will just kind of float over, line themselves up, come back round. If you can really shave that time off here, I mean, you've only got to do it once. If you boing, if you can shave time off there, fantastic. Because yeah, you kind of get what I'm trying to do. We'll see it in the replay maybe a little better. You want to be on the throttle as much as you can and just minimizing the angles and really hitting those turns as tight as you possibly can. Easy for me, easier said than done. I appreciate that. You can see I need to grind this track a little more clearly because I'm not certainly today. Oh, there you go. That was kind of close. And then we're straight back into this. So don't get me wrong, I love this track. I really do. It's super duper awesome when you hook it up. It just feels so good. You see tight round there, trying to pre-turn. I wasn't on the throttle enough there really. Straight through here, pre-turn that. See if we can get the console flip. Yeah, boy. Oh, bit too high. Oh no! Dang! Well, it's a 2-lap race, so we'll just keep going. Pre-turn that. Down through here. Are we gonna make it? Oh! Just, but we overshot. Never mind. You know what? One more go. I can't not. I love this track too much. 2 awesome tracks this week, by the way, DCL. You spoil us. You really do. Oh, too high. Return. The pre's console flick. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Kind of messed that up. Never mind. Tight back up to the top here. Ooh. You know what? We might actually get a lap in. Oh, damn! So close. And then the last one's just all-out drag through that gate. There you go, 46. That wasn't bad. What am I? 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds off. Let's give this a little spectator poos. Where are we? Personal best. PB. No. Right. Let's try again. It's all going wrong today. I do apologise for this. Certainly not my best work. There you go. Kept it low. Tight spiral. Yeah, kind of tight. Probably be a little bit tighter. That was nice through there. Actually, I really like that. Tight to that. Went through a different part of the underpass, but it doesn't matter. Console, spin, flick, spiral, whatever you want to call it. Didn't really pre-turn that too much, but it's okay because we didn't lose a lot of time. Full beans over there. Kind of, yeah, you can kind of see what I'm getting at there, just dropping over that rather than going around. Tight to there again, that was nice. Pre-turn that, went through the other little column that time. See the console flick through there. I think maybe that does lose a little bit of time, but I think it's still an optimal route, really. Skimmed the finish gate as well. So yeah, that's the Proptown draft track. It's a solid track. I really do love it. It was a super duper fun track to do the draft on last year. I don't know what the deal is with draft this year. DCL haven't announced anything yet, but I'm sure they will if the intention is to have a draft, which I would assume will be the case at some point. Don't take my word for it, but you'd like to think with a video game championship year, another VGC season, there will be some kind of push from the teams to look at the top console and PC pilots again, because, dude, some of you guys are fast. Like, no kidding. Like, it's a real jungle out there. But yeah, look, I hope this was helpful for those of you guys that are learning the track. I appreciate it. I crashed an awful lot today, but it's a technical track. It's supposed to be. It's the draft track. So yeah, if I've helped in any way, I honestly that's enough for me. So yeah, I hope this was useful for you guys. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, blah de blah de blah. Check out the Apex merch as well if you want one of these cool hoodies. We got all kinds of stuff in the merch store. I think there's potentially some new stuff coming at some point in the season, so that'll be cool. And yeah, stay tuned. DCL Apex community on Facebook. Get hyped for the new season, and don't forget it's the last week of winter trials as well. So keep grinding, keep grinding out those times. Secure your spots on the leaderboards for next trial season. And yeah, I'll see you on the flip side. Fly safe, fly fast, fly Apex, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See you around.